I took an allergy pill last night. Or a pink pill if you would. Oh man, it's amazing how you feel the morning after taking one of those. Just knocks you flat out. There's my dog. Well, he went and took a dump pretty far away. And welcome to my vlog. Open the door to let Oreo back in. He turns around and darts away. Whatever. Dog can do what he wants. Really don't care. I'm gonna make myself some eggs. You know what? This is gonna be awesome. I forgot that I can check my corporate email from home. So what I might do is, after I cook breakfast, I'm gonna do exactly that. Alright, come on steak, let's go. I'm gonna have a steak and eggs for breakfast. Get nice and filled up. Should be pretty good. Cause I'm freaking hungry. Oh, where's my steak spice? Here we go. A la grill. I don't know why I keep doing that, it never focuses. It's not like it's the Sony where the Sony had like that infinity focus. This thing actually has an aperture. Come on, Oreo. I heard you bark, stupid. Shut up. Barking at me like I owe something. Alright, let's get that steak in for 10 minutes. And let's get cooking some eggs. Alrighty, eggs in the frying pan right over yonder. Got a coffee going back yonder. And air fryer's making myself some good stuff. So this is good. This is good. It's gonna be good. Get some scrambled eggs and some freaking steak. Oh, this is what the pink pill does to you guys. Just makes you so groggy. It just makes you so groggy. Great. The SD card's doing that thing where it just sits on busy for a long time. Anyway, we'll let this here cook up. This is gonna take a minute. I forgot to format the card this morning when I got up. I just picked up the camera and started going with it, so I don't know. Let's see if it does that thing where it locks up again. Let's just freaking see. It did actually end up writing the data though, so like the other day in the truck, what happened was it just stopped recording. Like it hit that 4 gigabyte buffer and said, well, you know, I can't do any further. You know, GoPros are still plagued with that problem where they can only record for 4 gigabytes at a time. But at least their software, since the dawn of GoPro, has been able to create a second file and keep recording. I don't know why these other camera manufacturers can't figure out how to do that. Honestly, don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Crap on a cracker. I'm out of my Nielsen's heavy cream. Have a crime. Eggs, steak, steak and eggs. Eggs, eggs, steak, steak, steak and eggs. And coffee. Breakfast is ready. Let's go check my email too. See if maybe, just maybe, I get 7 days off next week. So as you all probably heard, the Oshawa GM plant is currently to shut down, basically because there's no need. Now a lot of people are freaking out, blaming Justin Trudeau for his carbon tax. There's people freaking out on Doug Ford because he said they can't save the plant. And people are blaming all the wrong people for this. People are saying it's Doug Ford's fault. There's something he could do. Okay, this goes back to my whole thought on government and how they shouldn't meddle in people's affairs. There's nothing, absolutely nothing the government could do because they're not shutting it down because of lack of money. They're not shutting it down because of the carbon tax. They're shutting it down because of what is produced at the Oshawa plant. The Oshawa plant produces cars, such as the Impala, the Malibu, and the Cadillac XTS. Nobody's buying cars anymore, people. Why do you think Ford stopped producing cars such as the Focus, the Fusion, the, I was going to say the 500, but I think it's back to the, oh, what is it? Come on, brain. The Taurus, you know? The Crown Vic. All these cars, even cops nowadays aren't buying cars. They're buying SUVs. They're all running the Explorer with the EcoBoost. Chrysler still makes cars, but they'll probably get out of it. Look at Mitsubishi. They basically turned the Eclipse into an SUV because everybody, like with the modern technology, back in the day, no. People didn't want an SUV because they're known for being gas hogs. But nowadays, with modern technology, you're getting some pretty friggin' sweet fuel economy out of a very useful car in an SUV. So why the hell would anybody buy a car? They don't have the same capacity in them for hauling stuff. An SUV, it's like you knock down the seats and you can put a 55-inch TV in them. Try and do that with a car. You can't. You know, an SUV has seating plus cargo. So if you need to haul a bunch of groceries plus your litter of children, you can totally pull it off. Hard to do with a car. Possible. It's been done, but I'm just saying it's easier with an SUV. SUVs ride higher. A lot of them have all-wheel drive, making terrain like what we have outside great. All in all, everybody wants to go to an SUV or a pickup truck. So the passenger car is not as much of a wanted thing. Now, keep in mind, they still have their pony car, like Ford has the Mustang. General Motors is still selling the Camaro. And Dodge is still selling, I guess, their Challenger, which would be their competitor car to those two. I'm thinking, I could be wrong, maybe the Charger. But what I'm getting at is, this is a car plant that is making products that nobody's buying. So they already have plants producing the SUVs. They don't need more SUVs because they have way more than they need. So why would they keep it open? Has nothing to do with the government. It has all to do with the product and demand. It sucks that this is happening and, you know, 2,500 people are about to become unemployed. And that's a lot of people to all of a sudden be on employment insurance. That really does suck. I do agree with that. But it's not the government's fault. That's what I don't get. Like, how can you blame somebody when it's not their fault? And theoretically, it shouldn't be the government's fault because they're not the one running General Motors. It's not government motors. It doesn't belong to the government. It's a corporation. If the corporation wants to make a ruling, don't blame the government. Blame the corporation for doing what they're doing. I don't know why GM isn't the one being blamed. Maybe they should try and find a solution for these workers. Instead of just saying, well, we're shutting her down, guys go home. No, they go after the government. Friggin' stupid. Yet another company on Facebook asking me to review products. I looked at it and guess what the products are? Friggin' eat-arts. Well, I've been checking my email all day and I'm not getting any response. So either A, Big Boss took the day off. I know the team leads are both on vacation. The one guy who gives me all the keto advice, he's going to Mexico. Lucky bastard. Goes to Mexico next week for a week-long vacay. Gonna be sipping margaritas. Or yeah, he said he's pulling the plug on keto for the week. He's just gonna enjoy himself. So, like, now that we figured out how to lose weight, it's not a big deal to go on a binger and enjoy yourself for a week and then just come back and get back on it. You just got to remember to come back and get back on it. It's funny because we got talking about that. He's like, didn't you say you quit drinking? And I'm like, yeah, man, I haven't had a drink since like September 18th. And he's like, wow, that's crazy because I guess like he's losing weight and he's still drinking beer. But he didn't lose as fast as I did. But then again, my weight gain was more or less based off of the fact of my lifestyle of eating the processed foods and drinking a case of beer a day. And so when you start cutting things like processed foods and start eating, I'm not gonna say organic because that's a term of its own, but you start eating properly and proper portions and reduce your caloric intake and all that, you're gonna shed some serious poundage pretty damn quick. Like, he was already pretty thin. Like, over the past 2 months he lost 8 pounds, which is actually pretty impressive because he's not that heavy of a guy to begin with. But he asked me about the whole drinking and he's like, did you quit because of complications or did you quit just because? Or, like, he didn't want to come out and say it. Like, were you having an issue with alcohol? Or are you going to meetings or anything? Because you can't ask that in a work environment, right? You cannot. So I told him, I said, oh no. It was basically I quit because after doing studies on keto and how it actually functions. Do I have the shirt on inside out? I can never tell with these shirts. No, it's right side. The way keto works is, you know, your liver processes fat into ketones, and then that's your body's fuel. Well, if you're drinking liquor, now your liver can no longer process fat. It's got to process the liquor. So you're kind of impeding that whole energy creation performance. There could be a day I decide to drink again. I didn't quit because I'm an alcoholic. I didn't quit because of, like my dad, he quit drinking because of his medical condition. He's got a vitamin B12 deficiency. Alcohol kills B12 in your body. So if you already have a deficiency and you're consuming alcohol, now you're just creating more of a deficiency. So you can no longer, like stopping drinking was the way he's gonna live longer. If he would have kept it up, he could have given himself a cardiac arrest and potentially not be with us anymore. For me, however, I just quit for the health gains while I'm on my process of getting my weight down and controlling it. But there's nothing stopping me from ever going out and buying a case of beer and getting drunk. But the thing is I don't crave it like I used to. Like, I used to sit there and be anxious for my days off to go get a case of beer and just get completely obliterated and play video games. And then the next day I would regret it because of the hangover. But there's nothing preventing me from ever doing that again. I just quit for the sake of, I wanted time off of it, get the body back in order, get back into fitness, get back in, you know, clean myself up. But, you know, in the new year, there might be like, Bloke and I were talking, and we haven't talked about it since, but we're talking about potentially doing like a trip to Cuba or something. I don't know if that's going to happen now, but we'll have to see, because I don't want to spend any, I don't want to spend any money until I know what the hell is going on with my job. Like, that's the thing. I need to stockpile as much cash as possible until I know exactly what the frig is going on with my job. So I might have to say, sorry dude, you're gonna have to go solo, which he said he would. Worst case Ontario, he said he would just go solo and enjoy himself. It's fun when you go with people, but like I gotta watch my ass. Like, but if I did go, you think I would stay sober the whole 7 days I was down in Cuba? Hells no. I'd be getting lit, just getting completely drunk, having a good time, putting the keto on hold, you know. I wouldn't be eating high carb food. I'd be a little more conscientious about it. You know, I'd be still targeting the meats and the high fats. I know what I can eat now and I know what I can't eat. I don't even need to go to the store and look at the restrictions, or the macros on foods anymore. I know what I'm allowed, I know what I'm not allowed, and I know how to survive at a restaurant. I know how to survive at resorts and stuff. It's not a big deal. And they usually lay out enough food that there's enough selection for any diet you're doing. Whether it be keto, paleo, vegan, whatever the case. There's always options. You just gotta know how to pick and choose. So, that's the thing. What time is it? It's time for me to shit my pants. It's time for me to actually leave. I'm gonna go to Horton's again today and grab another coffee. Because, holy do I need a coffee. So let's fire up the truck. Yeah, man, I made that post on Facebook about General Motors shutting down their Oshawa plant. And wow, people are stupid. Can't believe how many people are blaming the government for this. Like in the US, they're blaming Trump. And in Canada, they're blaming Trudeau. Doesn't make sense. It's neither one of their faults. It'd be like for instance, when Target shut down. It'd be like blaming Walmart because Target shut down, when the reason why Target shut down was because the deals they had sucked and Walmart was just better. It's not Walmart's fault they can afford to have better prices. It's Target's fault for not having good prices. Don't blame someone else for your faults. Blame yourself. You know, it's not the government's fault that General Motors is no longer selling cars. I wouldn't even say it's society's fault. It's trends. Either follow the trends or die because of them. It's the way she goes. Man, oh man, somebody needs to invent a formula that gives you a third hand. Or at least if you're gonna be a vlogger, invent one. Because let me tell you, carrying a camera while carrying all your junk, what a pain in the arse. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go pick up a coffee before we head into the office. But yeah, it's like society today. And I was even a victim of doing this, you know, blaming everyone else rather than taking the blame for yourself. And that's society today. That's basically it in a nutshell. Like, if your relationship doesn't work, you blame it on the other one. If your car breaks down, you blame it on someone else, not the fact that you drove it hard. You know, oh, this wouldn't have happened if Ford would have put a better engine in it. No, this wouldn't have happened if you would have maintained your vehicle on proper intervals and you didn't drive it like you stole it, okay? Like everybody is so quick to blame someone else for their faults rather than being accountable.
And that's society, and that's why like GM's closing the plants and everybody's looking for someone to blame for it. So first easiest solution is blame the politicians. Well, last time I checked, governments should not meddle in business affairs. That should be step one. Like the government offering General Motors and all these other automotive companies a bailout because they screwed up, and you know, that's one thing. That's the government just trying to help out the people who work in there by giving the corporation some sort of a relief so people can have a job and keep the economy going. But General Motors deciding to close down a plant because that plant makes a product that nobody wants to buy, that's not on the government. That's on General Motors. Holy crap. Oh, there's a minivan up there. Like, okay, for instance, look at this lineup of vehicles here. Well, you can't see it. Every car in front of me right now is an SUV, and there's a minivan, and there's a pickup truck. Every vehicle in front of me. And I'm in a pickup truck. I don't see a single car in this drive-thru right now, which means this might take a long time. Bet you they're all ordering frickin' bagel. But that's what I'm getting at, is this plant in Oshawa makes the Malibu and the Impala, the Cruise, and the, actually I think they only make the Impala, the Cadillac, and the Malibu. I don't think they make the Cruise there. I could be wrong. But nobody's buying those cars. They don't sell, because everybody goes, well, why would I buy a Cruise when for a couple bucks more I can buy an Equinox? And it's got more cargo, more cubic inches of storage. Are you freaking... Why is that? Why is nobody moving? Like, did somebody order like the breakfast platter? Are they ordering everything on the menu? This is why Tim Hortons drive-thru should just be for coffee and not freaking food. But then you get the single moms that freak out and go, well, it's kind of hard to take your kids into Hortons when everybody wants a bagel. You try doing it. Well, make your kids behave. It's not easy to make your kids behave. You don't know what it's like. You don't have a kid. You're just a single guy. You don't know what it's like. You're probably saying, Adam, why don't you just go in and get your coffee? Well, here's the problem with Tim Hortons. They focus 85% of their staff at the drive-thru and 15% of their staff at the cash. Drive-thru is their thing. They don't care about people coming up to the cash and ordering inside. It's kind of a pain in the arse to actually go up to the cash. You know what, I might just say, screw coffee, it's not needed. This stupid, I was about to back up and get out of here, but I think this Nissan's gonna block me. Like, we're not moving. As soon as this Honda moves, I'm getting the hell out of here. Like, that's if this Honda moves. Like, what do we got? Do we have employees working today, or are we all just sitting here like idiots? No time for this nonsense. I'm getting out of here. Screw coffee. No, that's why I say Tim Hortons should revamp the drive-thru for coffee and donuts only. We had this argument before about Hortons being a fast food restaurant, and just because they're owned by Burger King, no, they're not. It takes them a while to make a panini. It takes them a while to make a sandwich. You know, McDonald's, you order your cheeseburger and it's up in 2 minutes because, well, it's not even real food. So, you know, that's just the way she is. You know, let's go to Twig's on my break and grab a coffee, because I honestly cannot be bothered waiting in line that long. Like, literally, guys, I just wasted 8 minutes and we didn't even move. Yeah, coming back to the topic of people quickly to blame. It's like, you guys are probably trying to find fault in what I just said about Tim Hortons. But if I had more time, I would have waited, but I don't have time. I got to get to work. I got things. You know, it's like when Ontario folded. That was a government decision because we were a Crown Corporation. They decided to sell us to Bell knowing the outcome. Yesterday, I was like, friggin' Bell taking my job, friggin' Bell taking... Bell was just doing what was in their best interest. Trying to grow their company by, you know, taking over the competition. That's fine. That's how companies work. You win by either A, offering a better product and forcing your opponent to fold, or B, having more money and offering your opponent a nice lump sum for their company so you can just own them, and then the competition goes away. Well, in the case of Ontario, that was exactly the case. Bell offered the government a nice lump sum. Well, not really a nice lump sum. It was kind of pathetic what they offered, because the company was worth more than that. But Bell made an offer, and the government said yes, and sold. So in my case, yes, the government was at fault for me losing my job. They could have done something. They just chose not to. But in the case of General Motors, no. There's nothing the government can do, because people don't want to buy cars. They want to buy SUVs and trucks. That's a given. Like everybody at work I talk to, they all drive SUVs. Not many people are driving cars. Mind you, they're Kias and Hyundais, and let me tell you, a jar of paste doesn't last long around the office as they all snack on it. But a lot of people like the SUVs. Hell, if I didn't buy this pickup truck, I was gonna get an Edge. I wasn't gonna get the Escape, I wanted the Edge. But I was gonna get something with all-wheel drive because I wanted that for the winter. Either the Edge or the Explorer, one of those two. Because they're just nice freaking vehicles. Like, I didn't really want another car. I kind of wouldn't mind a little putt-putt vroom vroom right now, like a little shitbox two-door, you know, lunchbox, like a Fiesta, or like one of those little Sonics or something, like one of those little hatchback, no power, no performance, just for bombing around town and wasting gas in. Because this thing here, it's good on gas, but like, let's face it, it's not the best on gas. Like, who are we trying to lie to here? This thing ain't no Honda Civic. But I'm really happy with my purchase because this is probably the most useful vehicle I ever bought, because it can do everything except for haul the family. But I don't think I want one of those. But anyway, people, I'm almost at work, so I'm gonna shut the camera down and we'll talk afterwards. All right, let's get day 5 of 5 done. Later. Alrighty, guys, I am so happy. Day 5 of 5 complete, and what a brutal day. I really hate Fridays. It was non-stop since the moment I got in till 10 o'clock, just non-stop. Because understaffed, and yeah. Now, there was one point where I had a little bit of time, and I basically talked to the trainer asking, like, am I getting screwed over going back the days? He goes, oh no. He goes, they still have me scheduled to train somebody on December the 11th. He goes, unfortunately, they took the name off, so I don't know who's coming into the pen, but somebody's coming in, and they're getting trained. And I was like, okay. He's like, why, management hasn't talked to you? I said, do you see management here today? Like, there was nobody in the office. And I actually had to reach out to a manager to get the answer I was looking for in regards to my 7 days off. And I got my answer. And guys, guess what? Starting right now, right this minute, I don't have to be back in the office until next Saturday. Oh yes. So they're letting me take my personal leave days. Still get paid for Monday and Tuesday. I just don't have to go in for Monday and Tuesday. So that's pretty sweet for Monday and Tuesday. Thursday, this thing here goes in for, yes, another oil change. I don't know why I got... Normally you do your oil change at about 8,000 kilometers, right? Well, this thing's had 3 oil changes and I'm at 5,800. Not 1,000, 5,800. Like, I swear to Christ, Ford's just gonna drop the oil and then pour it right back into the truck. It's probably not even hurting, probably not even slightly half bit sore. Like, wait till I get the Trans Am back on the road and I stop using this thing in the summer. Holy crap, it's gonna be 20 years old and might have 10,000 kilometers on it. No, I'm kidding, it'll probably have a little bit more than that. But like, I don't drive. Like, I never see the need to go out and just cruise like I used to back in the day, man. Aimless cruising was the thing. We would just go out and start ripping up and down streets like idiots, wasting gas because we had nothing better to do with our lives. And then I bought a house and realized, holy shit, there's a lot of stuff you can do now. I wish I was good at it. But this gives us 7 days to do stuff, do vlogs, clean up the freaking house. Like I said, I want to tear down Oreo's crate, clean it up, probably sell it. I'm sure somebody out there could use a small dog crate. Give them a good deal. I know those things go for about 150 bucks. At least that's what we paid for it. I'll be at Walmart tomorrow because I'm going to buy him a food bowl that he can't push around the freaking kitchen. Because that's the reason why I keep feeding him in the crate. He's a pusher. Like, you put his bowl in one spot and he'll eat, but the bowl will end up halfway across the room or in another room because he's a snout pusher. Some dogs aren't, but Oreo, oh Hells yes he is. Well, they're gonna pop off at the corner store here. I feel like grabbing one of those sugar-free Cokes, those Coke Zeros, having a little bit of a Coca-Cola celebration. So let's go do that. Let's just go do that. And I'll chime back in once we're at the house. Alright guys? Alright, talk to you then. I am so beyond stoked that I'm gonna get these next 7 days off. It's gonna give me time to do some stuff around the house. Also making a steak because I didn't eat anything at work today. I never eat anything at work, but I'm freaking hungry right now. Didn't really do much stepping. I was doing this, Krusty added me on Fitbit because he has me on Faceballs. You can find me on Fitbit. He added me on there and he keeps doing these stupid challenges. So I ended up doing the challenge, but I kind of joined in halfway through the week. So kind of gave me a bit of a disadvantage. But whatever, I wanted to see how it would be. And well, I'm pretty sure his wife won. Because where she works, she walks everywhere, like on her feet, all hours of the day, always walking around. So she definitely won this challenge, because she was clocking in like 22,000 steps a day, where I was lucky to break. This week was a bad week for me because I couldn't do anything. Like I was basically tied to my desk most of the time. The only time I can get any steppies in was when I was on my lunch or on break. Where's my dog? Oreo. Oh, for crying out loud, where did he go? Well, he ran away. That solves my problem with having a dog. Oh, I see over here. His footprints went down here. Oreo, get over here. Now! Oh, you're getting leashed up going forward, bud. You lost your off-leash privileges. Let's go in the house. Freaking pooping in the neighbor's yard. Frig's sakes. Give him some freedom, takes advantage of it. Take away the freedom. Anyway, I'm gonna go edit and get ready for some steak. Friggin' Sony Vegas or Magic's Vegas kept crashing on me while trying to edit. So I'm gonna restart the computer, but it's got a Windows update, so we'll let Windows do its update. I'm going to grab my steak. I think it should be done by now. And I'll eat that and watch some television while I wait for my computer to recover. Holy crap, is it ever hot in that room again? I'm gonna have to fire up the fan and pump all that hot air out. It'd be nice to pump all that hot air downstairs and recirculate it, but this house is stupid. Listen to the sizzle of my steak. It's sizzle-licious. Sizzle-tastic. Sizzle Nation. Sizzle Nation. 101.9. Oh, Windows 10, you always have the most compelling back screens to log into. I want to go there. Holy crap, people. 2 hours later, and guess what? Finally got the vlog edited up. Steak's already gone, I already ate that. But like, Jesus, Murphy. Every time I tried to cut the video, the computer would lock up, so I had to like, it had a systems update and all that nonsense, so I put that through. Yeah. You know what's great? These pants are so damn baggy on me that in order for me to wear them, I have to use a belt. But the other cool thing is when I gotta rock a piss, all I gotta do is undo the belt and they just fall down to my feet. So that's kind of cool. So what I'm thinking is I got the next 7 days off. And I got multiple rooms in this house that need maintenance. So what I'm thinking is I want to get your guys' input obviously on the living room, which should be happening probably the day this video goes live. First room I want to tackle is this room, the entranceway. As you can tell, there's a lot of stuff in here that definitely needs to be moved. This helmet can go out to the garage. That cat carrier, I'll find a spot for it. This table, figure it out. You know, there's a bunch of jugs and stuff. Yeah, there's kitty litter in that one. Is there kitty litter in this one too? That one's empty, so that can go in the garbage. Just clean this all up. There's like, you know, lubricants over here that can go in the garage. PB Blaster and silicone or lithium grease, and all of this can be cleaned up. Oh my goodness. It's like a box for a GPS up there and stuff, and This helmet here, brand spanking new, probably never, well, it's never been worn. You know, I got a paint tray up here. All this stuff can be cleaned off. I got empty, like I got a lot of junk that just clean up this room, vacuum the floor, make it look good. Get into this closet, take everything out, see what the heck's in there, reorganize it so it actually closes. Clean up this room. That's my plan. Depending on how I feel after that, maybe tackle this room. Now I got an office chair over here in the corner. Why do I have an office chair over here in the corner? Or you just chuck that in the garage for the time being. In case I have a friend over, we can both sit in office chairs. Because that's what I use the shop for. We just sit out there. These chairs, I might put them out in the garage with the other two. Just get rid of them. Same with that kitchen table. Put it out in the garage, in the shed area. This crate, like I said, tearing it down. I don't know what to do with this water cooler. I might just clean it out, clean it up, and sell it because I'll never use it. This cat I'm going to keep. Those legs back there will go with the table. And then clean up this room here. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that just needs to be dealt with. Bunch of stuff, you know, so on and so forth. But like, even the bathroom needs to be cleaned. I'm going to save the living room for last because I get some ideas, some input from people out there who actually have an idea on how I can make this cluster of destruction look somewhat roomy. And then on top of that, I want to do some work in the computer room because I got to get it ready for when I'm back on nights to work from home. Now, yesterday when I went and paid for parking, I was worried they were going to take my parking away. But, like my thoughts on the whole parking situation, that'll never happen because nobody else can park there unless they drive a pickup truck. Reason being is where it is. It's alongside a building and you kind of have to climb stuff to get to it. So if I was driving the G6, I could have never gotten that spot because there'd be no way for me to get my car in and out. With the pickup truck, it makes life a lot easier. So this is the reason why I got that spot. It's for that exact reason. The other thing I want to bring to mind is when I'm bringing stuff out to the garage, I got to be careful because I don't want to clutter up the garage again. Obviously, a lot of stuff is going to be going to the dump. Well, not a lot, but some stuff is going to be going to the dump. And I'm probably going to set up for a dump run in the spring. Anything that I don't bag and toss out during my weeks of garbage retrieval, right? Because every week garbage gets picked up every Thursday. So I'll just make sure I got 3 bags ready to rock this Thursday, or 2 bags in a can, whatever the case. That's my limit, is 3 bags. Get those out to the side of the road and just keep going as I'm going. Because like this room here is going to be just lots of garbage. Like there's an old coffee machine down here. That can go. An empty jug of kitty litter. And this can go out to the garage. That's my drill bag. Helmet. Like, yeah, I already talked about that. But like over here, it's like I got old flyers. Why? Why do I have that? Paint tray. I could probably repurpose that. But more flyers and a recall notice from General Motors for my my G6. Speaking of General Motors, at the Red Wings game, they had a Chevy Silverado 2019. They're showcasing it on the ice and the son of a bitch broke down. Typical GM, right? Garbage till the end. So I think that might be the whole point of these 7 days off is it's gonna be a vacay, but let's try and get this house back into house order. You know, trying to organize it, make it look a little bit better. Wash the floors. Figure out why there's a whole bunch of sand in the corner over there. Jesus, Murphy, what the hell did my cat do? Okay, whatever, we'll figure it out. Just get things a little straightened out around here and looking better. I don't know if I can even sell an old water cooler like that, if that would even go. I got that one Christmas a long time ago. Actually, my ex was still living here. And we used it for a bit, but it's a pain in the ass to have to go buy the water all the time. And I can't find a jug that'll fit that thing. One of those reloadable jugs. Because if I could, I would just do that. Stuff it over here in this corner. And just use it to fill up my water jug with some nice cold filtered water. But the thing is our water from the tap is in great condition. So I'd rather just use that. It'd be nice to have the instant hot water though for making tea. I'd probably end up drinking a lot more tea if I had that feature. But I don't feel like buying those Culligan bottles of water. And I know you can buy them and refill them, and it's cheap, but the water in the tap works fine and the Keurig farts out hot water for days, so why bother? So that'll be the plan going forward. Start cleaning up the house. And the other thing is we're supposed to be getting freezing rain tomorrow. And I mentioned I was going to be going to the movies with my friend. I might talk to her about getting out of that, because if we're getting freezing rain, at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night. The last place I want to be is out driving around in this town with these idiot drivers while it's raining ice, because that is dangerous as all frig. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut this video down here and call it for now. Get it all edited and uploaded to YouTube. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.